on so many different builds of different heights and different jump shot ratings, having fun on this game, you gotta end up having a good jump shot. So today I'm gonna be giving you the best jump shots on NBA 2K25. No matter if you're on a 5'9", 6'4", 6'8", a 6'9", a 6'10", or even a 7'3", there's gonna be a base in today's video or even a jump shot that fits your playstyle. No matter if it's catch and shoot off the dribble, even shooting fadeaway shots, I got something for you for today. Now also, as we're gonna give you jump shots, I'm gonna be giving away a code for NBA 2K25, so you wanna pay attention in today's video so you don't miss out on that. But for the first thing we're gonna talk about is hotspots. The fastest way to get hotspots, y'all already know it. For all my new people, if you want to get hotspots in NBA 2K25, the best place to get them is in my career. That's my fastest place to get them. I can get all my hotspots that I need in a matter of an hour and a half by going to my career, playing an NBA game, putting my quarters on to at least 6 to 7 minutes, playing on rookie, with shooting at least 10 shots from each spot while shooting 60% from that spot from the field goal. But another way that will end up helping you shoot easier on NBA 2K25 by buying jump shot boosts. But for the best dribble pull-ups and fadeaways in NBA 2K25 without being a starter for a rep is normal too, especially if you're someone that's on a bigger build like a 7-footer or a 7'3" and things of that. But a high percentage of people use Pro too, especially if you're on a small guard, anything that's under 6'9". Most people are going to be using this Pro 2 dribble pull-up as it's somewhat similar to Kobe. But if you also don't like that normal 2, you can try Kevin Durant dribble pull-up. It's consistent. I prefer you try it on like a 6'10" or maybe a 7-footer if you don't like the normal 2. But if you're a starter for a rep, y'all already know Kobe Bryant is in the game. A lot of you guys might be asking, where's Kobe Bryant, where's Devin Booker dribble pull-up? You have to be starter for a rep to unlock these dribble pull-ups in NBA 2K25 if you did not know that. The same way y'all be asking where's these dribble moves, you have to be a starter 5 to unlock certain dribble moves and jump shots in this game. But I'm gonna end up starting off with some of the best bases you can use for small guards in NBA 2K25. Cam Thomas is the #1 jump shot in the game for anybody that has a high three-pointer. If you at least got like an 88 three-pointer and making a custom jump shot, Cam Thomas is that base that you want to use. People prefer Cam Thomas over Patty Mills, KPJ, even Curry this year. But then we got Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving and Allen Iverson are two good ones to use as well. And the most recent one that was added to the spreadsheet is Devin Booker, as it has been something that a lot of people didn't really think it was going to be a good base. But Devin Booker base is a great solid base, even coming off the dribble or catch and shoot. Then if you have a low three-point rating, nothing too high, you can use Kyle Lowry jump shot base. It's one of my favorite to use, especially if you don't got a super high three-pointer. But for my people that are starter 4, you already know about Patty Mills jump shot, Patrick Mills, or even KPJ. Those are the 2 jump shots that usually get used the most if you're not using Cam Thomas. Most people still choose Cam Thomas over these 2, but a lot of people, they prefer using KPJ or Patty Mills. But for these last 2 bases, if you have a super low three-point rating, like you're under the 80s or even low 75s, end up trying this Jacoby Walter that's very similar to JT Thor in NBA 2K23, or Curious Lewis Jr. Curious Lewis Jr. is maybe the best base you can use if you have literally a low three-pointer and making consistent jump shots. But I definitely recommend, if you're gonna go with a low three-pointer, make sure you have a high mid-range to unlock certain jump shot bases. But when it comes to the first jump shot, we are rocking out with Cam Thomas, Oscar Robertson, Colin Sexton, 67, 33% max speed, and it's literally in between push and release visual cue. Now you can end up changing the visual cue based on your preference. So if you feel like you can shoot better with it on push or more slightly past push, you can do that. But there's other things that affect your jump shot as well, as of wingspan. Certain wingspans, if you got a short wingspan versus a long wingspan, it's not going to be the same. The internet speed that you have, the latency, that all correlates when timing your jump shot. So you got to pay attention to all these certain things when it comes to even use these certain jump shots. The next one, we have Allen Iverson, Stephen Curry, Oscar Robertson. Now I've been liking this lately. I've been using a lot of Jarrett Culver on my bigger builds, so I've been trying out Allen Iverson on some of my smaller builds, and I've been shooting very consistently. So using this jump shot right here, if you use Jarrett Culver on a consistent basis on bigger builds like a spot up, I'm gonna tell you this now. Coming off the dribble with Allen Iverson, if you like the Jarrett Culver jump shot, it's going to feel exactly the same as using T-Mac in 2K23. All it is like being on a smaller player. But then we have Cam Thomas, Darius Garland, Oscar Robertson. Now this one is a max speed and it's 40-60 blend. With my visual cue being in the middle of release and push, you can change this or your preference. But you also use this same base and change the releases around. You can use Oscar Robertson first and Darius Garland second, and then flip it. You can do 60-40, leaning more to the Oscar side, and you can put this jump shot on more slightly to push. Then for Kyrie Irving base this year is one of those jump shots that was good last year, but it was kind of overlooked. But Kyrie Irving, Oscar Robertson, Darius Garland, 60-40 with this release, and you will have it literally the same way I just said it for the other one for Cam Thomas, but slightly past push, or you can have it at push, but I like it slightly past push, but you can end up timing it very easily. Now, if you think this jump shot is a little bit too slow, I definitely would recommend you to end up changing it, at least go like 70-30, so you can end up getting a little bit faster when you end up using this jump shot. Now, it is consistent to use. You got an easy visual cue to look at. That's one thing I can say. Kyrie Irving jump shot with these releases, you have a good visual cue, especially being on a small guard, or even if you're on a 6'4", you can tell when you are greening the shot. Like, even if you're shooting from deep, even coming off the dribble, this is one of those jump shots that doesn't get as many hitches as other jump shots because it's not so fast. So that's one thing as well. This jump shot is a little bit slower than the Cam Thomas, the Allen Iversons, but it's not going to get as many hitches as those. Then we got KPJ, Oscar Robertson, Colin Sexton. I'm telling you this now, using the Oscar Robertson, Colin Sexton combination, it's a good thing to do. With this jump shot, I don't even got it on max speed. I literally have 3-4 speed, and it's literally money. And I'm using a jump shot on release. Now, which time it is, you can do it a different way. You can put your visual cue on push or have it halfway, but it's all about preference and knowing what your wingspan is on the build and what feels good to you. But using KPJ, this is one of my favorite releases to use, especially for this base. Then y'all know I gotta always give y'all this Kyle Lowry. Now, you don't have to use the releases, all right? You can take the releases off, but for the base, if you can get Kyle Lowry, try it out. If you don't like Cam Thomas or any of those, or you just got a low 3-point rating or a low mid-range rating, I definitely recommend you, at least if you got a low 3-pointer, make sure you have a high mid-range and use a base like this on your build, so you can be able to have more variety in creating jump shots. Then for people that have the low 3-point ratings, we got Curious Lewis Jr., Oscar Robertson 50, max speed, somewhat close to release. In this jump shot right here, if you have a low 3-point rating, I'm gonna tell you this now, I definitely recommend you, if you're gonna make a low 3-point rating guard build, please put your mid-range higher. At least get like a 92 mid-range or a 94 mid-range, so you can unlock every jump shot base in the game, so you can be able to have a variety and have all good jump shots, but you just got a 73-pointer. But I definitely recommend you, if you want to do a low 3-pointer, it's between 79 3-pointer, 83 3-pointer, and a high mid-range, so you can lock every base in the game. Usually when you gotta build with a low 3-pointer, it's gonna be very hard to try to time a jump shot with a 70 unless you're using rhythm shot or you just know your jump shot just like that. But now that I talked about the small guards, we're gonna talk about the bigger builds like poppers, lockdowns, all those type of builds, ISO builds. Hey, we're gonna bring out the Matt Ryan, one of the best bases in the game, top 3 to me, especially for the bigger build. Carmelo Anthony, it's cool. They did trying to change it slightly. We got Kobe Bryant, would definitely recommend that. And then Jarrett Culver, the #1 base in the game. 2K definitely touched this jump shot a little, but it is still consistent compared to other jump shots. Then you got MPJ. MPJ is a good base to use, but you need a high mid-range or a high 3-pointer of 90 to at least unlock it. Then you got J.R. Smith, an easy time in base, very easy for a visual cue. Then you got Jalen Tyson. Jalen Tyson is used in Pro-Am a lot, especially by some of the best lockdowns in the game. And then if you remember JT Thor in 2K24, it is not the same as JT Thor in NBA 2K25. They made it slightly different. It's not the same jump animation. Then we brought Taurean Prince back on the list. A lot of people have been messing with Taurean Prince, but a fast jump shot, maybe the fastest base on NBA 2K25 when it comes to big builds. Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter base is maybe one of the fastest, and if you want Patty Mills without having to do any glitches, this is the closest you want to get to Patty Mills. AJ Lawson. Now, for all those bases I just gave you, if you're a lockdown, you ISOing, or even a popper, hey man, these are some of the best jump shots you can use. Now, this one right here is maybe my favorite. Release, max speed, 42.58, Jet Howard, Brandon Pomiski. This jump shot is fast. Now, I'm gonna be honest to you. This jump shot right here is fast, but it's not the fast that you can't time. This is the jump shot that is fast and it's timeable, especially with the visual cue. You can literally look at his hands or even pay attention to the jump, and it's a easy timeable jump shot. No matter if you're a lockdown, coming off the dribble, this is maybe one of my favorite jump shots I use in a minute. But as an MPJ, Oscar Robertson, Luka Doncic, you can change the secondary release or you can end up messing around with a few things. But MPJ, you need a high 3-point rating or a high mid-range rating to even unlock. So keep that in mind. If you want to build that's a 6'5" to 6'9", you gotta have a high mid-range or a high 3-pointer to even unlock this. But it's a great catch and shoot jump shot. That's one thing I can say. If you're more of the catch and shoot type of player and you're playing with builds like this and you don't really care for like dribbling and stuff like that, I'm gonna tell you this now. Try out MPJ if you got a high 3-point rating like that. Then you got the go-to, the Jarrett Culver, Oscar Robertson, Kyle Kyle Korver, 35-65 blend, max speed, and slightly almost between push and release. Now this one is what I used in my SGA video, my LaMelo video. This is the jump shot I've been using lately on all my builds that's at least 6'6 or 6'7 or even my 6'8 LeBron build. I've been messing around with this base and I've been hitting consistently. Now the 3-point rating might be different for other ones, but as of hitting consistently, I've been knocking down shots, no matter if it's the 85, 79, or even a 75 3-pointer, I've been knocking down shots. But Matt Ryan, Troy Brown Jr., Kyle Korver, and this one is slightly past push, max speed, 33-67. And this Matt Ryan custom is a somewhat slower than the first one I showed you. It's more timeable, so if you don't want your jump shot too quick, you're gonna definitely want to mess with this one. If you care about your jump shot being super fast, you would try out the first Matt Ryan, but for this one, it's a good catch and shoot. Then we got Jalen Tyson. Now, even if you ISO, even if you catch and shoot, this base right here, Jalen Tyson, Sadiq Bey, Oscar Robertson, 40-60 blend, max speed, a little bit almost past half, and this jump shot is nice. I do recommend this more of the catch and shoot, but if you know how to create space and you can get your shot off from the 3-point line and things like that, you definitely can use this. It has an easy visual cue as well. But second for the last jump shot I'm gonna show you, especially for the 6'5s all the way to 6'9s, is this one right here. This Taurean Prince jump shot. Now we got Taurean Prince, Oscar Robertson, Sadiq Bey. At the beginning of the year, I didn't like this jump shot, but once I ended up coming back around, hey, this base is actually nice. I ended up using this and then I had it on max speed, 60-40 blend, and then I put it slightly past push, and I've been messing with this. I'm gonna be honest. At the beginning of the year, I might not have been like locked in enough to be able to use this jump shot, but now I'm gonna be honest, I like this base, the visual cue, I like how it looks. It's up and down, it's easy to see, but I'm telling you this now, if you're using catch and shoot, definitely try out that jump shot. Then we got JT Thor. Now JT Thor is not the JT Thor that y'all loved in 2K24, but JT Thor is still good in NBA 2K25. Now we're using Sadiq Bey, and then you can change the secondary release to like something else, but hey, we got 50-50, max speed, literally right above push. Now, if you think you need to put it past push, you can, because it is fast. It literally flicks off the hand very quick. But by the time you even fully release it, it's going to be a green. But for all my big builds, after I just told y'all the best jump shots and bases for 6'5s to 6'9s, I'm about to look out for my 6'10s to 7'3s. Now, for the best bases you can use and available, you're going to have that MPJ base. But you have to have a 90 3-pointer or a 90 mid-range to unlock MPJ. Then we got Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is up there, but we already know what's the #1 base in NBA 2K25. Andre Drummond is a good base to use, especially if you have a low 3-point rating for your build. But the best base in the game, y'all already know, Jonathan Isaac has that #1 spot as one of the best bases you can use in NBA 2K25 for any build that's 6'10 and up. And you gotta have a decent 3-point rating. I'd tell you a decent mid-range rating as well. You need to at least have an 84 or 83 3-point rating so you can be able to make a decent custom jump shot. Then we got David Robinson. David Robinson this year, it's a hit or miss. It's just based on how you blend the jump shot. If you blend the releases and everything right, you can knock down consistently with David Robinson. Then we got Jabari Smith Jr. It's a good base to use, but also it's a few more that you can use for these bigger builds. But #1, you definitely want to use that Jonathan Isaac. But we got PJ Washington. So if you got a lower 3-point rating and you can't get to like the 82 or 83 3-point threshold or mid-range threshold, try PJ Washington or Dwayne Dedman. Those are the few bases that you can use. And also the other PJ Tucker base. Now PJ Tucker base is good. Don't pay attention to the releases. The releases gonna throw you off how it looks as the default, but as of the base, it's a good base to use, especially with a low 3-point rating. Now look, as I gave y'all some of the best bases for those big builds, now it's time to give you some jump shots so y'all boys can knock down shots consistently. Now the first one I'm gonna give you is the Jonathan Isaac, Franz Wagner, and we got Charles Bassey, 60-40, 3-4 speed on push. If you feel like it's too slow, you might want to end up putting in max speed, but I'm telling you this now, is all based on the height of your build, your wingspan. That's the main thing that's going to change. If you feel like you need to put it on max speed and it feels too slow to you, you can do that. If you feel like it's too fast and it releases too easy, put it a little bit past push so you can end up getting the visual cue down for this jump shot base. Now look, for the jump shot, I like it. The catch and shoot off the dribble, I mess with it. It's up and down. It has a decent arc to the jump shot. You won't be able to shoot over people with this base, especially if you're on a 7-foot build. If you don't know 7-foot demigod builds, I'm gonna tell you this now, you must shoot over almost anybody. So playing on a 7-footer this year, you can literally shoot over anybody, even if it's a lockdown with like a 90 perimeter. At most, it's gonna end up seeing light pressure on these 7-foot builds. Now with this jump shot, I definitely put this on the list as a higher jump shot to end up using, but for the next jump shot, it is Jonathan Isaac, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman. This is the one I've been using lately. As I told y'all, I've been using it on my BG build, I've been using it on my KD build, I've been using it on my Giannis build. These are the bases that I've been messing with, and this is the jump shot I've been messing with. This is a jump shot from one of my subscribers that's literally been money for me for the last few weeks or so, actually for about a month or so of me using this, and I've been knocking down consistently. I've been shooting at least like 65% from the 3-point line with using this jump shot right here. Then we got an MPJ base with LaMarcus Aldridge Baluba, and this is a 50-50, and it's on 3/4 speed, and it's going to be past push, slightly past push, maybe 2 or 3 ticks past push. And this jump shot right here, especially if you have a high 3-point range or high mid-range on a bigger build, it's smooth. I don't know what it is about MPJ. It might be one of the best catch and shoot jump shots, especially if you got a high mid-range, you get the set shot specialist on gold or even Hall of Fame, but you can knock down consistently with this base. Like, having this base and you find some good releases, the visual cue is very good with this jump shot. Now that I got a few more left, the next one is Jabari Smith, Charles Bassey, and then we got Jaren Jackson Jr. on release 3/4, and this is going to be a 40-60 blend. Now, I tried this jump shot out and I actually messed with it, but I'm gonna be honest, I still would take the jump shot my subscriber gave me over the one we end up making together. But it is good to use on the 7-footer. I tried to use it on a 6'10", 6'11", but if you're on a 7'1" or 7'2" or build like this and you got a decent mid-range rating so you can unlock the jump shot, I definitely would recommend you to try to use this. And second for last, we got the Jonathan Isaac MPJ and then BPJ. This is going to be more on push, max speed, and then the blending is going to be a 35-50 blend. This is very cool up and down jump shot. But the last one right here is the Jonathan Isaac, Charles Bassey, LaMarcus Aldridge, max speed, max release, and it's going to be 51-49 blend, so you can have a 78 3-pointer, and you'll be able to knock down shots with this right here. If you're on a 7-footer, definitely recommend this. If you like the rhythm shoot, try this out. If you like the rhythm shoot and you're a rhythm shooting type of player, try this jump shot out. It's definitely a good jump shot to try out, because most of the other jump shots you can mostly use square or use X, but I'm gonna be honest, definitely try out this one if you want to be a rhythm shooting type of person. But now that I gave you all the sauce to jump shots, bases, and also releases that you can end up using in NBA 2K25, hey man, all I ask y'all boys to do is drop a like on the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications y'all haven't yet. If y'all want more jump shot videos like this to help y'all and y'all need help trying to find a jump shot, just make sure y'all drop a comment down below. But hey, there's 2 videos on the screen right now. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you check out one of these videos on the screen, man.